What's up, Lantern fans? It's the Emerald Enthusiast, and as you can see, I have quite a few McFarlane Green Lantern figures and other Lantern Corps figures here before you. I did a video in 2022 on the progression of my Green Lantern McFarlane figure collection, and since Sinestro seems to be the last Lantern figure that will be released this year, I thought it was time for a 2023 update. So with no further ado, let's get to it. So, McFarlane collectors now have a total of 5 John Stewarts, including the John Stewart Power Ring figure. The latest addition is the John Stewart Glow-in-the-Dark Limited Edition figure. This is the one that comes with the card that doubles as a COA because it's numbered on the back. And I have another one of these mint on card, but you can't see the figure from the outside of the box. And here we have the John Stewart figure from the Justice League animated series. Now, he comes with the regular McFarlane base, but I put him on this larger base from DC Direct because he has serious balance issues with the way that this figure is constructed. Here we have the first comic accurate John Stewart from McFarlane. And I have 2 more of these that are mint on card. I like to have extras for autographs. And here we have the Endless Winter John Stewart. This figure came with the Frost King Build-A-Figure pieces. He has the construct swords. And I'm very pleased with the head sculpt. And here we have the Power Ring John Stewart. I'm also a big fan of this figure. I wish that McFarlane would use this metallic green paint as the default for their Green Lantern figures, because it's very eye-catching. And I can only imagine how some of the other figures would have looked with this metallic green. You can see just how reflective that is. And I think that denotes energy very well. So there's a look at my McFarlane John Stewart figures. So there's technically been 3 Hal Jordan figures that have been put out. We see the Parallax Hal Jordan, the Green Lantern Hal Jordan, and there's also the Vampire Hal Jordan, but it's really not recognizable as Hal. I'll talk more about that in a minute. As you can see, I put this figure on an old DC Direct base as well because it has some balance issues. One of the things I'm doing today is I'm putting away accessories that I'm not using for display. And so what I like to do here is I get these plastic sandwich bags and put the accessories in there, and then I label them, because if you get a large collection over time, it's easy to lose accessories or to get them mixed up. So I find little bags like that helpful. And we finally got Alan Scott figures this year. This is the Collector Edition and the Collector Edition Platinum variant with the shading on the side. And as far as I can tell, that's the only difference in the 2 figures. I did a review on the Platinum Edition figure, and I also did another review where I compared the McFarlane Alan Scott figure to the DC Universe Classics Alan Scott figure. So make sure to check both of those out. We also got the gold label Dread Lantern Alan Scott figure this year. I'm going to eventually get a second one for a review on this channel, but I haven't found one for a decent price yet, and this box is in really good condition, so I want to leave this one mint on card. Here we have the Earth -32 Bruce Wayne, aka the Dawnbreaker. I actually have 4 of these, one of which I can't remember where I got it. And over here we have the 3rd Hal Jordan. Although, if you didn't already know that, it's pretty much impossible to tell. This is the DC versus Vampires Hal Jordan. And even though it doesn't resemble Hal, I still did a review on it, and I think it's an excellent figure. The line now has 3 Kyle Rayner figures, one of which is the Blackest Night Kyle Rayner. And I picked up 2 recently. I found them on clearance, and I went ahead and bought those for future autographs. Here we have the Changing the Guard Kyle Rayner figure. And even with my issues with the shading of the green and the ring on this figure, this is still my favorite just because it's my favorite costume in DC Comics history. And we also have the Blue Lantern Kyle Rayner. I'm putting his accessories away as well. McFarlane has done very well with many of their accessories, and I really hope that we get a White Lantern Kyle Rayner figure in the future. And we finally got some representation for the Sinestro Corps this year. Here we see Sinestro as well as the Sinestro Corps Batman. I know a lot of Green Lantern fans were frustrated that we got a Sinestro Corps Batman before we got other actual Sinestro Corps members. But the simple truth is that Batman moves merchandise. And here in the back I have the Platinum Variant Edition version of Sinestro. And the Red Lanterns are represented as well. I have reviews up of both of these figures. It took me a very long time to find two Batrocidus figures, but I was eventually able to track them down. And of course, the Atrocitus figure is a collect and connect figure. So it's not cheap to add that figure to your collection, but nonetheless, I think that he is definitely worth it. And here we have three members of the Black Lantern Corps as well as Necron. I'm happy with these figures, although I really wish we could have gotten a Black Lantern Abin Sur. Nonetheless, I reviewed all of these figures on my channel. Here is the Sinestro Collector Edition Platinum Chase figure. And I guess the intent here is to show that during his Green Lantern days, that eventually his true colors would show through, both figuratively and literally. But even though I like this figure, I would have found a Green Lantern Sinestro Platinum Chase figure more satisfying than this one. Here's a look at most of the McFarlane figures that I have left mint in package. I either have these displayed on shelves or I have hung them on the walls of my collectibles room. This line is easy to hang and position in a visually pleasing way. And I'm really looking forward to a time when it's safe to go back to big Comic-Cons so I can get some more of these figures autographed. I hope you have enjoyed this collection video. If so, please like and subscribe. I am certainly anticipating more McFarlane Green Lantern releases in 2024, and I will continue to review all things Green Lantern right here on YouTube. So please, tell all of your friends about this channel. I would certainly appreciate it. And I'll be back with more Green Lantern related content soon. But until we meet again, this has been the Emerald Enthusiast, and thanks for watching.